Parent Partnership Service is a statutory service offering information, advice and support to the parents of children with special educational needs and disabilities.
We aim to offer a flexible range of services. That would be through our helpline, which is open every day, and also email contact and answer phone 24/7.
Parents can come to us and revisit us at any time and do. You know, we quite often get parents who, you know, come along and ask us to be involved when they're at transition times, when their child goes from perhaps nursery into infants, and then again if they're moving schools from infants into juniors, and then again we get a telephone call when their child hits year 5 and they're looking at you know, transition issues to go into secondary, whether the child has is on school action plus or statement. Also, we have a lot of calls from parents who just have a question mark over their child having some special educational needs, and again just talking that through. You know, if I had a penny for every parent that said to me, you know, I feel much better now having talked to you, I would really be a rich woman now.
On prescription. Supermarket. Where do you get them from?
Sometimes parents might phone because they simply want information and they feel more confident to talk to us about it, about what is quite a complicated process.
Good afternoon, Kent Parent Partnership Service. Ali speaking. How can I help?
A friend said that you could help me. My son's
They may be dissatisfied with how their child is being supported, either in an earlier setting or at school, and they want to talk to somebody about that and find out some more information and maybe the options for them communicating their anxiety. And then they may have lodged a formal appeal with the tribunal, and we can support them in the preparation of that, and if they are particularly anxious, we can support them at the tribunal and afterwards.
Their knowledge overall is outstanding. You can ask any question, and if they haven't got the answer, they'll find it out. So they're so competent in what they do, and that's so reassuring.
And the thing is, you're not alone. There's always someone else that's going through the same boat, and I think at the time when it's painful, you always think you're on your own, you know, but you're not.
We mainly support parents who have children with special educational needs, and we work with them in terms of if they have any issues around the educational provision. I attend meetings with parents, annual reviews. We support them choosing the right setting for their children. And I think the speciality with SLAW, Parent Partnership Service, is that we work with such a diverse group of parents. We do provide a helpline, and our helpline is available Monday to Friday, and there's always somebody at the end of the phone, so we don't really believe in just leaving a message for someone. So we try that there's somebody who would answer the phone kind of 5 days a week between the school hours. So it's an active helpline, and I think we're doing good work.
Sometimes as a mom, if you get emotional, you can miss things, and then afterwards when you come out of a meeting you think, what was said, what was that all about? Did they say this or did they say that? And having Parent Partnership Services there, they're like that second ear for you. So straight away, they back you up and, yeah, you heard that right, or no, they didn't say that and we should have said this, or perhaps this needs to be said, or so you kind of know where you're going at. You know, you've got a direction, which is good, because sometimes you can be, as a parent, feel like you're wandering aimlessly around in circles and not getting anywhere and beating your head up against a brick wall.
You can feel when you're in a review meeting that the professionals, whether it be an educational psychologist, a class teacher, a head teacher, a SENCO, it can feel that they're being confrontational because of the nature of what they need to convey. And it's helped me to have somebody to deflect that a bit by thinking through some of the issues that might be raised and what the other point of view is, so that I can give a more balanced reasoning why I'm fighting for something, why I think that isn't the case. But it's also advice, I think. When I'm not sure why they've said this, why this is happening, what I've got to do next, then it would be Parent Partnership Services that I would call, because of the experience that they have. The people who work there have had vast experience in dealing with statementing and dealing with the kind of issues that I'm having to deal with. So it would be calling them for advice, and that may only be a 30-second phone call. It may be a jolly sight longer than that.
I had all the paperwork, and Partnership Parents was going to come out and go over the paperwork, so I knew exactly what I was going to do. And I think without that, I would have panicked, you know, but they was there, anything, you know, at all. She was going to go through everything, so I knew what was coming. So that prepared me for the tribunal. So I wasn't so scared in front of a judge.
Parent partnerships are confidential services. What this means is anything that the parent tells them will not leave the parent partnership service.
I would definitely recommend them to anyone else that's going through the same boat as I went through. I think they don't really realise they're out there to help. They just think they're like sitting at the end of the desk. They're not, but they are very, very professional and very, very helpful in your times of need.
My experience with Partnership with Parents is that you can trust them wholly, and that is a huge factor when you've gone through a system that has failed. They're invaluable.
Parents can contact us and know that whatever they tell us is not going to be passed on to anybody else unless they give us permission to do so. Likewise, occasionally other people may want to give us reports or give us information about parents, and we have to explain to them we don't want it, it's not appropriate, and we have to explain that as a service the only information we hold on parents is information given to us by parents or with parents' permission.
So if parents want to contact their local parent partnership service, that information may be available from their child's school, from the local authority, or it's available on the website of the National Parent Partnership Network.